risasi zao zikija, sote tuko tayari. Risasi zikija, sote tuko tayari. Are you ready?
Hey.
Zikija mbele yako,
Kanyanga, 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 kanyanga,
kanyanga, na sote tuko tayari. Ikija kando yako,
kanyanga, 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 kanyanga,
oh kanyanga,
na sote tuko tayari. Hey!
Ya gesi zao zikija,
sote tuko tayari. Tiangazi, hey!
zikija,
na sote tuko tayari.
ikija mbele yako,
Kanyanga, 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 kanyanga,
oh kanyanga,
na sote tuko tayari.
ikija kando yako,
Kanyanga, kanyanga, kanyanga,
oh kabisa,
kanyanga, kanyanga, na sote tuko tayari.
ukabila ushenzi
Hey.
ukija,
Oh, hey! Sote tuko tayari. Hey!
ukabila ushenzi ukija,
Na sote tuko tayari.
ikija mbele yako,
Kanyanga, 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 na sote tuko tayari. Hey!
ikija kando kando,
Kanyanga, 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 na sote tuko tayari. Hey!
nashutu kiloda ikija, bamba
Sote tuko tayari.
nashutu kiloda ikija,
Sote tuko tayari.
ikija mbele yako,
Kanyanga, kwa nguvu, kanyanga,
oh
kanyanga, kanyanga, na sote tuko tayari.
ikija kando yako,
Kanyanga, 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 na sote tuko tayari.
na pingu zao zikija,
Sote tuko tayari. Na
pingu zao zikija,
na sote tuko tayari.
ikija mbele yako,
Kanyanga,
kanyaga,
kanyanga, 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 na sote tuko tayari.
ikija kando yako,
Kanyanga, 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 na sote tuko tayari.
ikija nyuma yako,
Kanyanga,
kanyaga,
kanyanga, 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 na sote tuko tayari.
udikteta,
Sote tuko tayari.
udikteta, ukija,
Na sote tuko tayari.
ikija mbele yako,
Kanyanga, 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 kwa nguvu, kanyanga, kanyanga, na sote tuko tayari.
ukija kando yako,
Kanyanga, kanyanga, kanyanga,
ukija, sote tuko tayari.
Mvizaji
Washa
ukija, na sote tuko tayari.
ukija mbele yako,
Kanyanga, kanyanga, kanyanga,
twende
kanyanga, kanyanga, na sote tuko tayari.
ukija kando kando,
Kanyanga, 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 na sote tuko tayari.
ukija kando yako,
Kanyanga, 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 na sote tuko tayari.
ukija mtaani,
Kanyanga,
kanyaga,
kanyanga, 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 na sote tuko tayari.
ukija hapa Methodist,
Kanyanga,
kanyaga,
kanyanga, 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 na sote tuko tayari.
Yes, I.
Hey,
Yes, I. Unajisikia aje sahi?
Haiko roja.
Bado.
Chiko chonji.
Huyo anasema bado. Unataka wimbo gani ya Field Marshals? Which one?
Diana?
Again. We revisit. Oh, hiyo ni after. Rexy Masai, loving comrade, here you are, far away from home. Yes, we love you, still we need you for the things you've done for us. Are you ready to sing that one?
Oh, yes.
All right, peleka na hiyo beat. Say Masai, loving comrade, here we are, far away from home. Yes, we love you, still we need you for the things you've done for us. Mackenzie, loving comrade, here you are, far away from home. Yes, we love you, still we need you for the things you've done for us. Hey, Donkey Martin, loving comrade, here you are, far away from home. Yes, we love you, still we need you for the things you've done for us. Make us believe.
Oh, yes.
Loving comrade, here you are, far away from home. Yes, we love you, still we need you for the things you've done for us. Yoga Mapinto, loving comrade, here we are, far away from home. Yes, we love you, still we need you for the things you've done for us. Motoni Nyanjiro, loving comrade, here you are, far away from home. Yes, we love you, still we need you can sing, loving comrade. Here you are,
Far away from home,
yes, we love you.
still we
Achingone comrade. Here we are, far away from home. Yes, we love you. Still we need you for the things you've done for us. Giant karaoke.
oh yes,
Loving comrade, here we are, far away from home. Yes, we love you, still we need you for the things you've done for us. Elijah Masinde, loving comrade, here we are, far away from home. Yes, we love you, yes, we need you for the things you've done for us. Gracie Onyango, loving comrade, far away from home. So we love you, still we need you for the things you have done for us. CBSC,
oh yes,
loving comrade, here we are, far away from home. Yes, we love you, still we need you for the things you have done for us. Rexy Masai,
oh yes,
loving comrade, here you are, far away from home. Yes, we love you, still we need you for the things you have done for us. Chancy Water, loving comrade, here you are, far away from home. Yes, we love you, so we need you for the things you have done for us. Sefuetu,
aya, aya,
loving comrade, here you are, far away from home. Yes, we love you, still we need you for the things you have done for us. Shakira Wetu, Shakatak, hey, loving comrade, here you are, far away from home. Yes, we love you, still we need you for the things you have done for us. Yambo Udot,
oh yes,
loving comrade, here you are, far away from home. Yes, we love you, still we need you for the things you've done for us. Sheila Masinde, loving comrade, here you are, far away from home. Yes, we love you, still we need you for the things you've done for us. Wabushi Wabenson, loving comrade, here we are, far away from home. Yes, we love you, still we need you for the things you have done for us. Jilna Yashpal Gai, loving comrades, here you are, far away from home. Yashpal, yes, we love you, still we need you for the things you've done for us. Loving comrade, here you are, far away from home. Yes, we love you, still we need you for the things love us.
still in need.
And you need us.
all the things
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You've done for us. Kwaherini, asante sana. Kwaherini, asante sana. Kwaherini, asante sana. Kwaherini, asante sana.
All the things you have done for us.
Makofi, makofi, makofi.
Hallelujah.
Ho,
Hallelujah.
ho,
Hallelujah.
ho.
Thank you, Diana.
Thank you very much, the Field Marshal Band. Na Wakenya wote, it is a day to celebrate the Constitution. Habari za asubuhi. Katiba, viva Katiba, viva. Viva Katiba, viva. Mko salama? Mimi ni Mkenya ambaye anaamini ukatiba. And my name is Diana Gishengo. I will be one of the moderators for today's Katiba Day. So we've cut the singing short briefly so that we have a few conversations and then we resume. Sawa sawa. Now, to start this day, we've lined up just very few speeches because we want to interact. Okay? The Katiba today is how many years? And that is when the people who mutilate the Constitution imagine that it is What do we tell them? What do we tell them? We have always celebrated Katiba Day since 2010. Okay? And in this room here, in Methodist, are people who have never needed a presidential proclamation to celebrate Katiba Day. Okay? Allow me to just recognize specially Professor Yash Palgai and Dr. Jill Guy. Can I call them the parents of the Constitution? Is that unconstitutional? Shangwe na vilgelegele for Professor Yash Guy and Dr. Jill Guy. Aya. Please celebrate Prof. Let us give him his flowers. He's here with us. He's always been here with us. And the journey that he had to steer to ensure we did not get everything we wanted in the Constitution, but we got a very good percentage, a very good proportion, and therefore we celebrate in a very big way Professor Yash Palgai. There are people who are in the second liberation movement in the room. Please rise. Second liberation. Wale walikuwa wamezeeka vijana na waona huku. Davis Malombe. Tafadhali simameni. Second liberation. You know yourself. Gen Zs. These are the people who are in the streets, in the 80s, in the... Nihawa, the ones who are standing, Sheila. They are right here. they are right here. Malombe Wangeshi, George, Guy Janak, Kepta, Babu, Mule, Oliver. Why don't I know your name? I am Wanza. I can see you. And Wamoshie Benson. My apologies. Wamoshie as well. These are the people who are taking charge of organizing when there was no Twitter, there was no hashtag, okay? There were no phones, and they did organize a number. Most of them were detained as well, and others were representing us. Let us celebrate them as well. Those who are in the third liberation. The third liberation is about why we are here today. Full implementation of the Constitution. And finally, building the Kenyan nation as one nation. Haya, wale wa third generation ni wale walianza kutengeneza sheria za katiba wakaipigania all the way to the Gen Zs from 2023, 2024, 2025. That liberation marshals, simama. Tunataka kujua ni nani hafai kuwa kwa hii room atoke. Haya, hakuna? Shakira, amuko that liberation? We have not yet won, but we are in the war. Haya, please rise. Comrades, power. Comrades, power. Haya, tusimame mahali tulipo. We want to recognize it's an intergenerational. Yeah, I don't know, awori umesimama wapi. There's somebody who may be. Please, we celebrate you for everything that you have done. The third liberation runs. You know, initially we thought we passed the constitution, it was ready to go. But as early as 2012, we realized we needed to defend it. That defense was initially a very small battalion, but now we have an army of all of you here, and we celebrate you for everything you're doing on police brutality, corruption, cost of living, education, and so on, and just keeping our space free and democratic. Asanteni sana. So, to start this day, we have two heads of institutions. You know there will be doubt, and there are people who will, there are budgets that will be used because of Katiba Day in an improper way, red carpets rolled, but there are organizations by their name. You can never doubt that they believe in Katiba Day, okay? So to start this day, we will have first the executive director of Katiba Institute. Mnasikia inaitwa nini? Katiba Institute, Nora Bagadhi, to give us the opening remarks. Do we know Katiba? Si mnajua wamesimamisha nini na nini? Wamezuia mambo mengi sana mabaya Kenya hii. Ni mawakili wa wananchi, wanalinda katiba kila siku. Anayezungumza atazungumza sana kwa lugha ile katiba mingi tumesoma, alafu tutaendelea. But karibu sana Nora.
Thank you Diana. Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you to the band. Obviously this is a celebration, so I hope you'll let me say that all protocols are observed, and the true guest of honor here today is really the Katiba, our constitution at 15 years. It's fully in its teenage years now, and so we're just here to celebrate that and to celebrate how far we've come. We've come really far in the last 15 years. People are using and interacting with the Constitution daily, on a daily basis. We see this in the courts. We see people demanding their rights. We see the courts interpreting our laws and our actions and the actions of the government on whether they are in line with the rights and the freedoms enshrined in the Constitution. But you know, we've implemented devolution despite its weaknesses. And we've enshrined in law that power belongs to the people. And the people are demanding that power. So we have come a long way. But as we celebrate how far we come, and I am so glad that this is a day of celebration, we must also recognize that we still have a ways to go to full implementation. And in fact, today we also see that we must actually rise and we must stand against regression. Because we see police brutality, we see abductions, we see disappearances, we see renditions, we see non-implementation of court orders, we see attempts to dismantle and to amend our supreme law, we see undermining of institutions, we see the co-option of oversight bodies, the undermining of oversight bodies. So we're not yet there. And to that end, today really is to bring us together, to unite us in this question, full implementation. What does it mean for us? What does it mean to you individually? How can we get there? How can we work together to get there? So as we all fight to protect our Katiba, to protect our constitution, we've been through it. The Katiba has had a beating this year. We as Kenyans have had a beating this year, last year, the past years. So how can we come together to fight to protect the constitution? That is really what today is about. We're united in this theme, fidelity to the constitution. It's a theme of hope and a theme of resilience. And so to that end, I say also to all of you here in the room, congratulations. Congratulations on Katiba at 15, and long may it last.
Long live Katiba, long live. Long live Katiba, long live. Haya, mmesikia, si ndio? Kwamba kuna mtu Zakayo alijaribu kuchafua katiba, lakini kwa katiba Zakayo alishindwa. Mnaweza imba hiyo? After this nikiwaitia huyu mwenye anakuja atanisaidia kuongoza. Ni wangapi? How many people have katibas in the room? How many people have a constitution? Oh, we have it here. Na hapa kwa roho. Kepta uko na yako? Jill has hers with very many bookmarks and very well used. It's very clear. Kepta, let me see yours. Uko na katiba hapa? Oh, kwa simu. Nani wako na katiba kama ile yenye displayiwa pale? Ndio hiyo? Haya. There are people who have distributed more katibas than the government, which ought to have ensured that we all understand the katiba. Who are they? Uraia. Sasa wanajulikana. So allow me to invite Oliver Waindi, the Executive Director, Uraia Trust, to come and give us how much he has read the katiba. Akikuja semendi, the people shall. The people shall. The people shall. The people shall. He's a boxer, but he's not violent.
Salam alaikum. Tena itafika wakati watatuliza mlikuwa wapi. Naomba mrejee mlikuwa wapi. Watatuliza mlikuwa wapi. Naomba mrejee mlikuwa wapi. Vizazi vinakuja kutoka leo ambao watangalia miaka ambao tuliwatangulia sisi. Hivi tunasema miaka 15. Ambao tumpewa kitabu hiki alichosema dadangu Diana, ambacho kinaonesha mahusiano yetu na serikali. Vizazi vinakuja vikiuliza kila kukicha. Mwaka jana wakianza, tena wanarejelea mwaka huu, na tunatarajia kwamba kila mwaka watatuuliza mlikuwa wapi wakiharibu kitabu hiki. Kitabu hiki ni kitabu ambacho kinaonyesha uhusiano wetu na serikali ambao tumewachagua. Lakini kila kuna kukicha, kitabu hiki hakina ruhusa ya kutekelezwa katika nchi yetu. Ndiposa tunaona 75% ambao ni vijana wetu hawana uhakika kama katiba hii ni muhimu kwao au la. Jana nikiwa kwenye TV, wengi wakiuliza mlikuwa wapi wakiharibu kitabu hiki. Maana ambao wana jukumu ya kukitekeleza kitabu hiki ndio wale wako katika mamlaka. Wanakiharibu kusudi, alafu wanaita mkutano. Mkutano inabandiko majina yote. Mwanzoni kiitwa BBI, tena ikabatizwa ikawa NADCO, leo hii mwambani conclave. Nyinyi ni mapapa. Watauliza tulikuwa wapi tukiingizwa kwenye box na wanafiki kama hawa. Hatuhitaji mikutano yoyote, nitekelezeni tu kitabu hiki. Hatuhitaji mikutano yoyote, hatuhitaji mazungumzo zaidi ya yale ambayo yamezungumzwa hadi tarehe 27 August 2010. Tunkuja hapa na hamaki, hatujafurahia kabisa. Kwa sababu kila kunakokucha ni wale tu, takriban sura ambazo tumeziona miaka 30 ambazo zimepita, leo hii ni wale tu ambao wamekana hatima ya Kenya katika mikono yao. Na Mkenya sisi tumejaa katika halls zote Nairobi hii tukizungumzia constitution. Hadi lini tutaona watoto wetu wakinyang'anywa ndoto zao na wale tu? Inafika fursa fulani watu lazima wakasiriki. Hatujakasirika kutosha. Ndiposa katika majirani wetu tunaambiwa kuna mtiririko ya wanaharakati ambao siku hizo wanakuja wameribu kwao wamekuja karibu kwetu. Mandugu zangu na wauliza vitoto vyetu na vijukuu na vitukuu watakapokuja watauliza mlikuwa wapi wakaribu, tutajibu nini? Si bahati tu kwamba tumezaliwa wakati huu na tumeshuhudia kwa wale ambao wachache ambao walikuwepo katika Uhuru Park siku ile. Ilikuwa ni Jumatano. Jua likichomoza, pakio pale Kagame, Museveni na Kibaki na wanafiki wengine ambao pia walikuwa pale. Leo hii tunajiuliza miaka 15 alizaliwa miaka 15 sasa hivi yuko form 2 form 3. Katiba yuko form ngapi? Ambao tunaomba ni Bill of Right. Kila mmoja wetu ana haki ya kuishi katika Kenya hii. 584,000 square kilometers ambao tunaita Kenya. Lakini Bill of Right yenyewe mwapigwa marisasi kila kunakokucha. Ukishapigwa risasi waitwa hapo milioni 2. Wenzetu hapa wamechaguliwa katika jopo lile la kazi kwenda kuangalia mahesabu ya life yangu ni pesa ngapi, tena ulipwe maana mpigwa marisasi. Na tuko hivi twashuhudia kama vya mahakamani ama kama vitimbi. Haituhusu nde wala sikio. Hatujakasirika kutosha, lakini vizazi vinakuja mbele yetu watauliza mlikuwa wapi wakaribu nchi yetu? Haiwezekani kwamba sisi tuna 75% ya population yetu ambao kila wakiamka tamaa yao ni kwenda Amerika, tamaa yao kwenda Canada, Australia, na wale ambao hawana bahati sana waende wakaoshe watu vitako vyao Saudi Arabia. Maana nafasi zote za kazi hapa hazipo tena kwa vijana. Vijana nasema uongo bali ukweli. Yote iko katika katiba hii, namna ya kutekeleza ndoto ya watu wetu. Tena jana naulizwa, lakini Oliver, itikadi, tabia na kadhalika ambazo zipo katika chapter 6 waonaje? Nasema naonaje, mimi sina uwezo wa kutekeleza, lakini Mkenya tuna tabia mbaya ya kumchagua Barnaba tukipewa Yesu. Tuna Barnaba mkono kushoto, tuna Yesu mkono kulia. Mwamtaka nani? Barnaba. Akichaguliwa Barnaba, Mwenyezi Mungu. Tumejaa katika makanisa yote na katika misikiti, tunaomba Mwenyezi Mungu atusaidie. Tumechagua Barnaba wenyewe. Haya, mbaki miaka miwili. Miaka miwili, chaguoni lenyu. Mtamchagua Barnaba ama Yesu? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so glad to be here this morning and thank you so much and God bless you.
Viva Oliver. Viva Kiswahili, viva. Viva Kiswahili, viva. Haya, kitukuzwe Kiswahili, kitukuzwe. Maudhui ni katiba na jinsi tutakavyoilinda. Naam. Bila shaka, si ndio? Ni makosa sana kutokuwa na ghadhabu ilhali ilhali katiba inafanywa nini? Inatekelezwa ama inateketezwa? Inatekelezwa ama inateketezwa? Inateketezwa, si ndio? Kabla nimwalike mtu ambaye atatukasirisha sana na atatujaza ghadhabu, wewe. Unajua saa nyingine ujiamini, lakini katiba ilihakikisha kwamba tuna lugha mbili za taifa. Kiswahili na Kiingereza. Kiingereza ambacho ni lugha ya mkoloni kiasi. Kwa hivyo ni tatu na sign language. Makosa na katiba ilihakikisha kwamba tunahusisha kila mtu. Sasa tuende. Zakayo alijaribu kuwaua raia, lakini kwa katiba Zakayo alishindwa. Shuka wewe, shuka Zakayo. Kwa Kenya wakamwambia katiba tuko nayo, shuka Zakayo. Sawa. Fielder Marshal Sefu, kuja munisaidie tuende kazi. Simameni. Tunaimba huo wimbo wa Zakayo. Kuja. Unajua katiba ilitupea freedom to compose.
Zakayo alijaribu kuwaua raia,
Lakini kwa katiba Zakayo alishindwa.
lakini kwa katiba Zakayo alishindwa. Zakayo alijaribu kuwaua Wakenya, lakini kwa katiba Zakayo akashindwa. Shuka hapo, kwa shuka sasa ndio tuko. Shuka wewe, shuka shuka Zakayo, shuka shuka Zakayo.
Let me try it. Shuka shuka Zakayo, Wakenya wakamwambia katiba tuko nayo. Shuka shuka Zakayo, shuka wewe, shuka Zakayo, Wakenya wakamwambia katiba tuko nayo. Shuka shuka Zakayo, shuka wewe. Kenya wakamwambia katiba tuko nayo. Shuka shuka Zakayo. Zakayo alijaribu kupandisha ushuru, lakini kwa katiba Zakayo alishindwa. Zakayo alijaribu kupandisha ushuru, lakini kwa katiba Zakayo alishindwa. Shuka wewe, shuka shuka Zakayo, Wakenya wakamwambia katiba tuko nayo. Shuka shuka Zakayo, shuka wewe,
Shuka shuka Zakayo,
Eya.
Wakenya walimwambia
katiba tuko nayo.
Shuka shuka Zakayo.
Zakayo alijaribu kutuibia sha, lakini kwa katiba Zakayo alishindwa.
Zakayo alijaribu
Kutuibia shamba, lakini kwa katiba Zakayo
alishinda.
Shuka wewe,
Shuka shuka Zakayo,
katiba tuko nayo. Shuka
shuka Zakayo.
Zakayo alijaribu kutunyang'anya elimu, lakini kwa katiba Zakayo alishindwa.
Zakayo alijaribu kutunyang'anya elimu, lakini kwa katiba Zakayo alishindwa.
Shuka wewe,
Shuka shuka Zakayo.
shuka
Katiba tuko nayo. Shuka shuka Zakayo.
shuka wewe,
Shuka shuka Zakayo, Wakenya walimwambia katiba tuko nayo. Shuka shuka Zakayo.
Asanti sana Katiba Kwaya. Makofi kwa Katiba Kwaya. Tutaendelea kujifunza, si ndio? Tutairudia tena. Ni nini ingine ametunyang'anya? Mashamba. Chapter 6 akaamua kurarua, lakini kwa katiba itarudi. Sawa sawa. At this point, allow me to welcome Sheila Masinde. Sheila Masinde alisema bado hongo zetu ndio kubwa sana na sijui maufisadi. She's the executive director, Transparency International, that works on corruption. Sheila, usitukasirishe sana. Usitukasirishe sana.
Lawmakers were discussing a controversial.
Diana, usiogope. Leo tunashangilia katiba yetu. Long live the Katiba, long live. Long live. Viva Katiba, viva. Viva. We shall defend and protect this constitution. One of our clarion calls today is arise and defend. Arise and defend. Exactly. We must always defend and then protect this constitution. I was reflecting yesterday about the number of times many of us in this room have had to come out to defend. Diana, sijui umeenda koti mara ngapi? Malombe, I think every week we are going to court. Even today we are going to court. There's something that is taking us to court. Gani yo? Oh, you yes, and that is the situation we found ourselves in. I don't know how many of you were as naive as I was in 2010. I was a very young girl. Mi nilifikiri tukipitisha hii katiba, once it was promulgated at Uhuru Park, we would just sleep and the katiba would self-implement because we'd worked so hard. And then we worked on the laws, and then we put in place institutions for oversight and to help with the implementation of the Constitution. We had critical elements in that Constitution that are supposed to ensure separation of power, right? Independence of institutions, and then checks and balances. But in the last 10 years, that has totally collapsed. We don't see that. Every other day, we can see the executive encroaching on independent institutions. Parliament is a slave of the executive. Our independent institutions, our commissions and our independent offices, every other day there's an attempt to take away their mandate. Yesterday we saw that, now they are called presidential proclamations. We learn something every day. We saw the presidential proclamation on the victims' compensation framework. Last week, we saw the proclamation on what? On the multi-agency task force, team on anti-corruption, to be chaired by the office of the president, who is a potential subject of investigation when it comes to corruption. How do you chair? How do you then purport to chair, you know, a process or a team that may, in all likelihood, you know, be talking about cases touching on people who are connected to you? And when you look at all these instances where we've had to arise and defend, it tells you that the work is cut out for us. We have a lot to do. My own take is that when we got this constitution, we needed a totally different set of leadership. I see the constitution as that new patch. Now, when you put a new patch in an old garment, what happens? The new patch will shrink. Eventually, the garment will tear. And then you say, it was better that we put the new patch aside and the old garment aside. They were better without each other. Now, what happened when we passed this new constitution? We continued with the same set of leadership. And the worst is that we entrusted this country's leadership to people who had rejected the Katiba. So now we have in place a leadership that does not believe in this constitution because they said no. We have an opportunity in 2 years to get the right set of leadership that will treat this constitution with the seriousness it deserves and to ensure that it will be fully implemented. But in those 2 years, it still means that we must do everything within our power to ensure that we hold these folks accountable and ensure that there's no further breach on the Constitution and act against any attempt to take us back pre-2010. Viva Katiba, viva! Viva! Power to the people, power! Power! Long live Katiba, long live! Long live! Asanteni.
Thank you, Diana. May we clap for Diana's session, please? Sorry. My name is Joshua Changwa. Mimi ni msaidizi wa Diana Kishengo. Na nafikiri nita Oliver. Now, this is the problem. Yeah, but what I can say is that we are all consumers of raw intelligence that the Constitution has not been fully what? That has not been done what? So we are all aware of that. So I think at this juncture, so that we do the agenda setting for our celebration today, is that to prepare ourselves that we have 2 key speakers, Davis Malombe, the Executive Director of Kenya Human Rights Commission, to assist us also from what our 3 colleagues have done. And then here we are a mixture of citizens, people from government, the 3 arms of government, and luminaries, people who are in Bomas. And allow me at this juncture to recognize those who are in Bomas. If you are in Bomas during the talks of the Constitution, the 2010 Constitution, please, may you rise up? No, in no order of capacity, as long as you are in Bomas, even if you are in the gates of Bomas. Yeah, please, can you stand up? Because you are a witness. Ombok, I can see Janak, I see Ambassador Okara here, I can see, I mean, Kegoro here. I mean, look, so we are today learning from each other. May you be seated. Thank you so much. Now, so Davis, you will come give us a brief, overview of where we are, because we are all aware that this Katiba has not been fully implemented 15 years later on. And then we will have the representative of the Principal Secretary, State Department for Justice, Human Rights, and Constitutional Affairs. We have the representative of Honorable Judy Pareno to force our chair, who will come after Malombe. And then we'll have a break to do a media brief to speak to the country of what we've resolved in this celebration today. Karibu sana. May we clap for Malombe?
Viva, comrade, viva. Long live the new constitution, long live. Our chief guest, which as declared by Nora, is the Constitution of Kenya. We commit our allegiance to you. Today is a great day. I'm very happy being part of this commemoration. We have done this from 2013. And as Diana said, we don't need to be reminded by the violator of the Constitution that today is a day to remember how far we have come. I was in Bomas actually for 1 year as an observer. It's also good to clarify that. We are helping delegates who are running a tent called Safeguarding the Gains of Women in the Constitution. So we were there from the first day, I think it must have been on 23rd of March 2003, to 15th of April, to 15th of March 2004, when the AG, that time Amos Wako, received the Constitution, but he refused to accept it as the AG of the Republic of Kenya. Imagine he received the Constitution as a delegate of Bomas. So you can see how far we have come. I remember a few days before the day we adopted the Constitution on 27th, there was an attempt by the deep state to also rig some provisions between Parliament and government printer, but those attempts were also thwarted by the civil society actors. I remember on 26th of August, a day before we adopted the Constitution, Mr. Mwai Kibaki made a lot of appointments to preempt the accountability which was expected under the new Constitution. On Katiba Day, I will never forget, this is the day the defilement of the Constitution started. George, remember, that was the day ICJ was leading the arrest of this criminal called Bashir, who was also a part of the Uhuru Park process. And imagine that day we are adopting the most progressive constitution. People were briefly arrested. So you can see how far the executives of this country have been uncommittal on the spirit and the letter of the Constitution. The new and then I also remember we had said, some of us, if the new Constitution is not adopted, we might quit from the struggle because there would be any inspiration to sustain the struggle, because we have been in this space pushing for the new Constitution for many years. So we thought, in case it doesn't make it, so what is going to be our basis for inspiration for the third liberation? But thank God we have the new Constitution, which is quite progressive, and it has a lot of promises. And one of the things the executive and the legislature and the judiciary does not appreciate is that the Constitution is very clear. The authorities within those institutions is also derived from the people back to Article 1. So what are the challenges right now? And this is part of the reflections we were having yesterday under Kenya Land Alliance around the struggles of our time. And these are some of the things we had picked for discussion today as we talk about raising and defending. So some of the areas where the executives have been not interested in the implementation are the areas where transformation was expected, and then this is where the elite capture has rested from colonial to date. Let's talk about a few things. One is land justice. So the Katiba is very clear on what is supposed to be done on land reforms. But what has happened is status quo. Capture of land by the elite. And you know land is a critical factor of production. So that area, we have tried to move things, but there is no proper transformation. Number two, security. Security, because that's where the state has monopoly of violence. So that area has remained extremely repressive, actually despite the fact that the Constitution forced the vetting of police officers, forced the exit of the then head of police, Mr. Itere. So police was one of the most targeted institutions, but it has refused to align with the Constitution. The other area is elections, and the Mole is here. So that is one of the other areas where we haven't been able to see change. And why is that important? Because that's where power is accessed by the political elite. So those are some of the areas we have seen a lot of resistance, because that's where real power, and of course the question of public finance, where Treasury has been given excess powers, and then there's been massive corruption. So those 5 areas are where the elite have refused to change and to align with the provisions of the Constitution. So from where we sit, I think we have just 2 ways forward. Between now and 2027 is to ensure accountability and implementation and oversight. Beyond that, we must have alternative leadership, which is going to remain faithful to the letter and the spirit of the Constitution. And when we talk about this leadership, it's not just about the national executive. We need to capture and have progressive leaderships at all levels. Imagine if within the county assemblies, we had people who are transformative. It means governors would be held to account, and then all the abuses of public resources would be happening at the county levels. And in case you want to beat the president, you need the county assemblies. We need progressive Senate and National Assembly, which is not captured by the executive, because that will be able also to hold whoever we are going to appoint at the national level. So we completely need a new alternative leadership, and that is the call for all of us, that we must organize politically, and we must ensure there's accountability when it comes to compliance with the Constitution. In a few weeks, now I think within the next 2 weeks, we will be talking about the 3rd year since this regime was sworn into office. We are very clear, sworn into office. We don't talk about elected, sworn into office. So we'll be issued now the 3rd report card, because they were sworn in, I think, on 13th of September 2022. So in 2 weeks now, we are going to be issuing a report card for 3 years. When we did the midterm review, which was 2.5 years in April this year, we discovered the regime has completely failed on matters of constitutionalism, on matters of governance, on matters of human rights, especially looking at the provisions of Article 10. Actually, we based our findings on the summary of InfoTrack, where the finding was 13% of Kenyans feel that the country is going the wrong way, which means 87% are completely dissatisfied. So when you have an exam where you have scored 13% out of 100, what would you call that one? Is it D minus or it's E? And then, remember, that was before the additional atrocities which have been committed between June and July, and the massive corruption we have witnessed over time. Last week, as National Intelligence Alliance, we issued a statement where we just looked at the 7 emerging scandals where over 100 billion have been lost. So that's the kind of regime we are talking about here. So my call is arise, defend, ensure accountability, but don't forget, 2027 is a time for transformative leadership at all levels. Asanteni sana, and before we invite our comrades to, because we are here as peers, hapa hakuna protocols. This is a people's forum. Tuko na Chief Guest Mo, Katiba wa Kenya. Allow me to request Shakila to say something on behalf of the young generation, and also Comrade Sefu. Sefu, you said you had a political song you wanted to share. So I think we can follow that order. Shakira, thank you so much for holding the front. You have really inspired us so much. Keep up the struggle, and you have our back.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I would like to share some reflections that I wrote down. So allow me to read so that it flows properly. Sawa sawa. Today we are celebrating our Constitution 2010. And it is one of the greatest triumphs that we've had as a country since independence. It is supposed to be a living testament of our democracy because of its bold vision that has placed a priority on freedom and the dignity of the Kenyan citizens. But as it turns 15, we are reminded that a constitution, no matter how progressive it is powerless in the hands of traffickers and defilers. And what we've had in the executive so far has been a bunch of traffickers and defilers of the Constitution 2010. A lamp cannot light our path if those entrusted to guard it and its flame betrayed. As Kenyans, as we sit here and as we go back home, it is prudent right now, because there is a big focus on 2027, yeah? It is prudent for us as citizens to choose leaders who will not just recite the Constitution and make proclamations left, right, and center, but to choose leaders who are going to defend it, protect it, and give it life. That is what we have lacked so far with our Constitution. We haven't had somebody to actually bring it to life. Only then is a vision going to cease to be a promise deferred, but it's going to become justice that we truly deserve as citizens of this country. And I'm encouraged by our generation. Let us hold this fire and let us not forget, because there's that saying, the battle of freedom and democracy is our battle against memory. So let us remember and keep that memory. When the time comes for us to choose leaders, let us choose leaders who are actually going to bring our Constitution to life. Thank you so much.
Viva Shakira, viva. Viva Shakira, viva. Remember not to. And then what should we therefore? We should remember to. Remember not to. Remember to. Welcome, Sefu.
Thank you so much. Viva, comrades, viva. Long live the Katiba, long live. So before I say something about the Katiba, I would like to present you with a song about the Katiba, and I would like you to join me as we sing this in celebration of a 15-year-old Katiba, which is a teenager. Will you join me? All right, DJ Justice. The first one, 2 and 2 minutes. All right, as Justice is preparing, I will just build on something that Shakira has said. The struggle of people against power is the struggle of memory against forgetting. I want you to repeat with me. The struggle of people against power is the struggle of memory against forgetting. So our struggle as the people of Kenya against power is the struggle of memory against forgetting. And we have a Pan-Africanist revolutionary known as Frantz Fanon, and this has been said many times, and he tells us that every generation has its mission